Life always presents us with a variety of options from which we can choose. If we make the right choices, it leads to success, fulfillment, and happiness. The wrong choices lead to misery, failure, and gloom. I would like to emphasize to you the importance of the choices that you are making, consciously or unconsciously, in your life. Some of these choices will be reversible. Some will not be reversible. It is not only the choices we make, but also the commitment to these choices that enables us to make our life either more degraded or holy, sublime, noble, and happier. You have reached a certain station in life, a place in existence. Think of where you were 15 years ago. From there you have reached here today. What brought you here? It was the choices you kept on making. These choices are the nodal points that determine our life. Some of these decisions we make can be reversible. Some of the decisions cannot be reversed. Jerry Lewis, an old comedian, he said, "The biggest gift I received from anybody was a movie of my marriage day." You know, in the olden days, they would have those celluloid films. So the movie of my marriage day was the biggest gift I received. Because when I get fed up and frustrated, I play that movie in reverse and feel I'm out of it all. He realizes it's a decision he made and he can't get out of it. You made decisions regarding your spouse, decisions regarding your career, whether you'll be an engineer or a doctor or an accountant or a business person. Decisions regarding what you will believe, etc. And that is what brought you here. Now the decisions we make will determine where we will be 15 years down the line. Every decision will have consequences, big or small. The interesting thing is that the power of decision is within us. We don't need it from the outside. It's not that somebody has to do something to us to enable us to decide. God has blessed us all with this power of choice. How we exercise it is our own discretion. Today, you could decide, I will become a better person. Will today be that moment when you make that decision and bring about the transformation that Tulsidas achieved? But is it so simple? Do you just decide and change yourself? Not really. It's not just the decision itself. It is the commitment to your decision. In other words, it is the energy you bring into that decision. There are some wishy-washy decisions, and there are other determined choices. Somebody told me, Swamiji, it's not difficult to give up smoking. I give it up every day. I give it up in the morning, but then after that I start again in the evening, and next morning again I give it up. That is one kind of decision. And there are other kinds of decisions that shake the world. You know, there was this huge Soviet bloc of countries, the USSR and its satellites, and then there was this one man, Lech Wałęsa, a union leader from Poland, who decided, I will not tolerate this injustice. And he launched a movement that slowly dismantled that Soviet bloc. There was the decision by Mahatma Gandhi, when, as a lawyer, he went to South Africa to practice. He was subjected to racial discrimination. And then he decided that this will not do. He made a decision, I will not tolerate it. And he launched a movement that became so popular. His fame preceded him in India. When he reached India, he found mass support. Again in India, he made a decision that through the principles of Satya and Ahimsa, truthfulness and non-violence, we shall achieve freedom. That decision was so strong, it was unprecedented in the history of humankind that a country achieved freedom from the biggest empire in the world through non-violent means. That was a decision. So it's not just a matter of making choices, it's a matter of choosing strongly. Few decades ago, when I was studying the scriptures in the ashram of Kripaluji Maharaj, I met him in Mumbai and he said, you come to my ashram, I will teach you. And then you go and spread this knowledge. So I had never done public speaking. So as a part of the training, I decided to practice public speaking. But in the ashram in those days, it was a small ashram with 20 residents. There was no public. So how you practice speaking before the public when there is no public? I used to practice speaking before the wall. And that would be induce laziness. Okay, I would stop every 5 minutes. So I went up to my spiritual master and I said, Maharajji, please assign somebody in the ashram who can sit there and listen to me while I practice to speak. Now that was an unreasonable demand because everybody has their duties, nobody is free to sit and listen. So he told me something which was very important. He said, look, my son, remember this formula always. Sa yat kamo bhavati tat kratur bhavati, yat kratur bhavati tat karma kurute, yat karma kurute tad abhi nishpadyate. This is a mantra from the Vedas. If you have an intense desire, you will make a firm decision. When you make a firm decision, you will put in strong effort, and that is how you will become. The carelessness you are experiencing while speaking is not coming from the outside, it is coming from the inside. And it doesn't have to be overcome from the outside, it has to be overcome from the inside. So we can change if we are committed to it.